Alright, it's your boy Swaggy Lee. We back with another video, and I'm gonna call this one Fashion Yappin', and it might be a continued series depending on how I'm feeling. And I'm gonna just talk to y'all about what's going on with some clothing world and some sneaker stuff that's going on daily or every other day or every few days. So the first thing I saw that was interesting was the Travis Scott Jumpman Jack Mocha, aka the CJ1 T-Rex, appears to be coming out on sneakers on November 26th. So if anybody wants to get me a pair, I'll take a pair as well, or if you got a 9.5 or 10, send them my way. And I'm pretty sure that they gave out pairs of them to the people that bought the Travis Scott room for Complex Con over the previous weekend. So you had $1,200 to drop for a room for some sneakers, and I think they gave them a free hotel room for the night or 2 nights, and you got early access to Complex Con stuff and everything like that. So I mean, it wasn't a terrible deal, but if you had the money for it, it was a pretty good deal. So then the colorway is a pair of Jumpman Jacks, and they are mocha brown with a black check. I'd be so dead when everybody be saying that all the Travis Scott sneakers look like how his head is shaped, and that's exactly what they be looking like. So they came out in Las Vegas at Complex Con. They weren't really an exclusive, but if you got them last week, you got them early and everything. So they're coming out November 26th. I think it's gonna be like a sneakers drop, and then all the other websites like Dover Street Market and all those websites that usually get luxury shoes, they'll probably have raffles for them and everything. So if you're rocking out with those, let me know. I think they're pretty straight. Travis Scott shoes, even after like 10 years of trying to get, I think his first shoe came out maybe like 2017 or 18 or something. Even after all these years, it's still impossible to get his shoes. So may the odds ever be in your favor. I think that's what they say. Yeah, so if you're rocking out with those, cop a pair, let me know. That boy Deion Sanders is back, and he's letting people know that the Diamond Turf Retro is for real. It's the first look and everything. So if you haven't been noticing, if you don't know, Deion Sanders got Boulder, Colorado rocking right now. Shador, Travis Hunter, everybody, so they're over there lit right now. So for the most part, that got the clout up crazy. Everybody wants turfs, and everybody wants the previous shoe that he just retroed to come out. The previous shoe, that one's hard. I like the black and white colorway. I think that shoe is called, let me not get it wrong though, because I don't want to be lying. I think they're all turfs or whatever, but I think there's that white and black colorway that I like. Then they just dropped a red, black, and white colorway. I'm drawing a blank on what the name of that shoe is, but I'm gonna figure it out later. If I figure it out, I'll try and put a picture of it on the screen somewhere over here. But these new Diamond Turfs, super hard. I could definitely rock out with a pair of these. They're super retro, so I mean, you kind of got that older look or whatever. If you're not really into wearing Jordans and all that type stuff anymore, it's a pretty good look to rock out with. And Deion and them, I got Colorado for everything. That's my favorite college team right now, outside of maybe Oregon or Syracuse. I don't really watch a lot of college football, but it's pretty straight. And then our third shoe, these are super hard. The Swarovski encrusted Nike Air Max Plus, going for $550 though. Probably gonna have to pass on those unless I can get a deal or something, but I'm gonna have to pass on those for $550, you know. But that don't mean they not hard or nothing. So Nike, they got like, I don't know how many partnerships they've done with Swarovski before in the past, but usually they're always hard. They did the Swarovski Crystal Air Max 97s a few years ago. Those are super hard. I would take a pair of those too. And then I think those Air Force Ones were Swarovski that had all the crystals on them and everything. So those collabs are always super fire. And it's coming in the OG colorway. I think that colorway is called the Sunset from the Air Max Plus. So for the most part, would I get a pair? Yes. Now, can somebody give me a pair? That would be super appreciated actually. So I would definitely like to have a pair given to me. Or whatever the case be. Or if somebody sell me a pair for the low for like 200 or maybe something like that, that would definitely be fine. But $550 for the Air Max 90s what are these, Air Max Pluses? Yeah, for the Air Max Pluses, Nike, y'all fried. Y'all gonna have to hold those. But I'm sure just like any other sneaker, they always gonna sell out. So hey, it be like that. Then we got Lil Yachty. He got the Concrete Boy Air Force Ones dropping. I won't say that they're not cool. They are pretty cool. I mean, they're simple and everything. I rock out with them. I'm not really the biggest Lil Yachty fan, but I mean, he be doing cool stuff. He's definitely dripping everything. He's super known in the sneaker world and the drip world and all that. But I mean, I don't really think the sneaker is like slight new sliced bread and all that. But I mean, it's a tough shoe. And it's super hard that, I mean, at this point, he's been grinding and everything and got a pair of his own sneakers from Nike. You know, Nike don't just be giving out sneakers just to anybody. And I think his shoe comes out on December 2nd, 2024. It has Concrete Boys embroidered on the back of the right shoe, and as well as a Lil Yachty tag on the inside of the shoe. And it has a It's Us, what's it called, keychain on the side, or I think I'm not exactly sure what those are called, but it has a It's Us tag on the side, as well as the It's Us tag on the toe of the shoe. And it has a Concrete Boys embroidered logo on the side of the shoe. So I mean, if you're a Lil Yachty fan, I feel like these are a must-have. Even if you're not a Lil Yachty fan and you're just a sneakerhead fan, I feel like these Air Force Ones are like kind of hard to pass up, just because they're just low-key, like they're just different. Sometimes it's cool just to have different shoes that just aren't just like regular everyday shoes. Even though I know everybody's like, you can Nike ID these, or these just look like regular shoes and they're just, you can do anything with these. But I mean, for the most part, you gotta support artists and everything. These shoes are different. You can't just say, I'll Nike ID these. You can't Nike ID and embroider your own stuff on there. So I mean, rock out with that kid. He's cool. I mean, but he wilded out at Complex Con though, talking about bruh. But I mean, I think they hashed it out. They're cool now. So I mean, it's all good. So now, Nike, after all these years of dropping Bapestas from Bape and all these years of having unlimited Bapesta colorways and everything, I think like last year or the year before, Nike finally decided that they want to sue Bape and decide that they want money from them, or decide that y'all cannot be ripping off our Air Force Ones. After all these years of looking at making Air Force Ones, and then the same time that they decide to sue Bape, they go ahead and make a sneaker collab with Nigo and have multiple collabs with Nigo. So I think the timing is just super funny. But since they sued Bape went ahead and said, we're not stopping dropping Bape stuff, so we just gonna have to figure out how to fix something on it. So they went ahead and changed up a few minor details on the sneaker. So now the toe and the heel panels are now curved, so they produce a more rounded quarter section. And based off the image, they kind of look a little bit different, but I mean, it's like, hey, let me borrow your homework and I'm gonna just change up a few answers, you know? So not too much different, but I could still see people being like, oh, they don't look the same, they don't feel the same, the colorways aren't the same, this is the whole different shoe. You know how people, they're always so picky, so it's whatever. They're still hard though. I'll still take a pair of Bapes. I think I got like one pair, but they're super hard. This colorway, it's the Panda colorway, so you know, pandas are really extinct nowadays. People not really doing pandas, Nikes no more, but I like a pair of Pandas. I'll still take a pair of Pandas. If I have a pair of Pandas, I will wear them. But these Bape Pandas, they hard. If you can get them off, they're hard. I would be able to get them off, I feel like anybody would get them off. They're black and white Bapestas, so I mean, they're fire. I think those older Bapesta colorways, super fire. Like all the superhero joints, Marvel or DC, fire. Any of those Halloween ones that Josh Peck wore back in the day, I think the Nickelodeon Kid Choice Awards, fire. Everything, like I think all the older colorways, like prior to maybe like 2018 and like just past signs, like they're all been super fire, except the Marvel collab that they did recently with Doctor Strange, I think, and Black Widow and Captain America. I think there was a Venom pair. All those are like, all that stuff is fire. I would take like every pair of one of those. And Cortez and Nike, they have another pair of Huaraches coming out. They just dropped a pair of gray Huaraches with a gum sole and camo throughout the middle of the shoe about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. Those are super fire. They were exclusive drop on the Cortez website, so if you weren't on the website or like really paying attention to what they had going on, you wouldn't know that they dropped, but they're super fire. And Cortez, they got some good collaborations. Their clothes super duper drip. I'll take some of their clothes. Even outside of the Nike collab, their clothes are like always super dope. The cargo pants with the Cortez logo over the crotch, those are always, I think those are platinum at this point. Those are fire. And then they already have a Supreme collab, so can't really sleep on them and say they're not him no more. But the Supreme collab certified them. And then they had the previous Nike collab with the green cargo Air Forces. I mean, not Air Forces, the green cargo Air Maxes and then the pink and black Air Maxes. And then the last color was blue and some other color. All those are platinum. If you got a pair of those before the price shot up, you were lucky. I was looking at a pair of them. Back when they was $330 on StockX. I mean, I probably wasn't gonna buy them that day, but price was super low. Then I came back like a few months later and looking at them, I'm like, whoa, 700 is crazy. I'm gonna have to pass on those, but hey, you know how it goes. If we find a good deal out there, it's always a go now. All right, so this new colorway that they have with the shoe, it's the same exact colorway, gray with the camo inside with the gum bottom, but now they switch it up. Instead of gray, the shoe is light bone. Hopefully I can put a picture of it right. So the shoe is light bone. They drop on November 22nd, and those are gonna come out on the Cortez website as well, exclusively. So I mean, if that's a shoe that you was interested in, you probably should be on that or be on checking for their notifications and everything. Bro said if you cop a pair of his shoes, if you rock out with these Cortez, I'd definitely cop a pair of them. If I didn't have the other pair of them, I would cop a pair of these. But I mean, who knows? I might tap in on these ones too. They're super hard. And then you never know, Christmas time coming around, if my resellers is looking at them, there's definitely money to be made on these. So if you like money, cop a pair if you can. It's mad embroidery all over it. I think, who did I see wearing these the other day? Central C was wearing them, and then all the little influencers, or not little influencers, but all the influencers from the UK, FD from the future, I know he has a pair of them. And then a couple other people I saw with them. But I mean, it's a good culture shoe for everybody that's like walking around. It's a different shoe than having to wear regular Jordans all the time. I know we're not doing Yeezys too much no more. And just, you know, the regular Nikes and like Sambas and stuff. It's a different shoe. We haven't had a hard Huarache colorway, or Huaraches ain't been the move in like a super long time. So I mean, it's a good shoe to just cop and everything. People walk around. I know they have 3D embroidered, not 3D, 3M embroidered laces on them as well. So it's a good shoe for walking around in. Very comfortable. And people are gonna be like, what are those? Those are different just because they're not your regular everyday Jordans. Anta and Kyrie, they got another pair of another colorway of his sneakers coming out. These joints are speed and blue and black. I like these. These are pretty fire. I would take any pair of Kyrie shoes. If it's any of his Nike Kyrie shoes, every single one of those are fire, as well as all of his Anta color shoes. Even before he had his signature Anta color, fire. All his Nike shoes, fire. Even the first one to, I think the 8th one was how many he had. The SpongeBob and Patrick pack, or the SpongeBob collection, all those are super tough. And then he had all them cereal collections. Those are tough too. So I mean, I feel like Kyrie, I've seen this video before, but he's like super tapped into colorways and like just what people are interested in. So he's really good at storytelling with sneakers. So I feel like Anta was a good company for him to go to, because they really let like whoever's on their team kind of just take over. You don't have to, I don't feel like you don't have to walk through too many middlemen to kind of get with your vision going and everything. I know Klay Thompson's there. I think DiVincenzo's there too, and they all seem to be rocking out with their brand super heavy. Plus, I think I seen this article that Anta has more stores has 2,000 stores or something like that in Asia in comparison to like Foot Locker having like 70 or something stores, or like 100 or something stores like that in America. So ANSA is like super crazy in Asia, so the market is like fire over there. So I think Kyrie, with him being like a worldwide superstar and everything, it's a really good company for him to be hanging out at. And I think they have a lot of room to grow there too, because he's just so tapped in with this, like what people are interested in, and he's very aware of what's going on outside. Then Tom Sachs, he's back with another pair of sneakers. I think these are the Mars Yard 3.0s. These are dope. They're just, it's not an official colorway of them, but it's the 3.0 now. Cause I think it's he did the first two a few years ago, and then he had the general purpose shoe that he dropped a few years ago as well. And he had to take a break because he was doing all that creepy stuff and all that. I didn't think Nike was gonna rock out and let him keep going, but hey, we back here. They letting him rock out and everything. So will that sneaker be a hit? It's gonna definitely be a hit when it comes out. People don't really be caring about that type of stuff at the end of the day, especially if they resell and all that. They're fire. If they resell, everybody thinks they're tough. This colorway is just a black and gray colorway. They're like basically just 100% sample colorway that just everybody's just gonna have, or not everybody, but certain people are seeded them to test them out and see how wearable they are, because the shoes are always supposed to be like general purpose shoe. You do everything in them. Go walk your dog, climb mountains, climb Mount Everest, walk the streets of anywhere, jump in the pool, all that stuff. They want you to do any type of silly stuff with the shoes on. So the crazy thing is though that somebody that got seeded a pair, got a sample pair for testing and all that, went ahead and posted them on Depop. I'm like, come on, bro. People be ungrateful. How you sell the tested shoe on Depop? But like I said just now, if a resell is fire, so bro has them on Depop for like $5,000. So he trying to get that bag. I don't blame him. If somebody buying for $5,000, that's a good deal on his end. Whoever buying for $5,000, you kind of fried. But hey, if you like them for $5,000 and you want to be the exclusive tester guy, I don't blame you. Whatever circle you in, they gonna rock out with you. They gonna be like, you're super fire, dude. You're tough. And then let's see, Curry and De'Aaron Fox, they got a new colorway of his, what is these called? Called the Curry Fox 1 Happy Fox Day Alternate. And they released on December 20th. These shoes, I'm not the biggest fan of Under Armour shoes. All their shoes are like workout shoes and everything. I mean, the Currys, I had a pair of Currys in the past. I had a pair of gray Under Armour shoes I played basketball in. Not play basketball, I used to work out in, but then I played basketball in them one time and somebody made me touch earth when I had them on. So after that day, I never wore them again and I sold them to somebody. So I think that was like really the last time I wore a pair of Under Armour sneakers. But I mean, the Curry Foxes, they not bad. They're just a regular Under Armour shoe. You know how Under Armour shoes be looking. They look a little nursish or a little orthopedic and everything. But I mean, they are always comfortable. They got good cushion in their shoe. I think Under Armour is very slept on when it comes to their cushioning technology. And for the price of $120, you can't go wrong with getting a pair of basketball shoes for $120. That's always a super good deal. And this shoe is like a two-tone gray shoe. Oh, no, actually it's like a three-tone gray shoe with a gray strap on them. They kind of remind me of some old KDs and Kyries, and I can see where they definitely have a Curry look to them, like the older Curry pairs, the low top pairs. It's a good colorway. They come out December 20th. Would I take a pair? I'll take a pair, but you gotta give me a pair of these. I don't think I'm gonna spend my money on them because I don't even play basketball like that. But if I got a pair of them, I'll rock out with them and hoop somebody or bust somebody with them on. Jumpman Jack, Bright Cactus. These coming out in 2025. I ain't gonna lie, these kind of fire. If I can get a pair of these, that would be hard. I don't have any Jumpman Jacks still, so I definitely think these are dope. Copping a pair of these, it's gonna be impossible. But shoe has like a gray toe, or what is this, like, not gray, green toe with a like a light bone type colorway. It's called Bright Cactus. So I mean, I see the idea with the black tongue and the black reverse swoosh on the back and a ivory colored sole. So he's definitely a good shoe. If you are a big Travis Scott fan, it's a super cop, really good sneaker. They don't even have a date on them yet. They just say 2025. $200 Travis Scott sneakers getting a little expensive, my boy, but hey, it's lit. If you rock out with the kid, you gotta sometimes you gotta pay to play if you want to get the sneakers and everything. You definitely got to pay to play if you don't win them on retail. You got to cop them for about good $400. So my advice would be to, when they drop, go hard and cop them. There's always money to be made on them too, every single time. Now this shoe is hard. The shoe is a women's sneaker. It's called the Nike Reigniting the Women. Whoa. Actually, the sneaker is called the Air Max Muse. It's reigniting the women's sneaker revolution is what they say. And I don't know why I like these sneakers. I think when they first revealed them, I liked them a little bit more then. But now looking at them, the bottoms of them are kind of big. I don't wear too many big shoes, but I mean, big shoes are big shoes. Everybody rocks out with big shoes nowadays. The silver on the sneaker is just like the sneaker kind of gives me just like a super retro vibe, but it's like they're retro, but like they still have a today's age type look to them. And I feel like, I mean, it's a good sneaker. It's a women's sneakers, but I'm sure they'll come out in men's sizes. I'll wear a pair of these, but I think they would look better with the way that girls dress. So just take that with a grain of salt. Air Max, everything, the Air Max Muse. Says they're coming out exclusively on sneakers, on Sneakers app on January 10th. And then certain people are gonna get them from Nike retail stores, but not like regular everyday. So I don't think Foot Locker and Finish Line might have the first colorway that comes out, but they'll probably eventually get them as they drop more colorways of them and all that. The price of them, $160. 160 is not terrible for this shoe. If you like them, it's definitely a pretty good price for them. I can see people copping these. I can see these being a pretty big shoe next year in terms of like women's sneaker heads, because I mean, they're a really cool shoe to get dripped in. Probably throw on some big pants or even some cool technical pants and all that. Those would be hard with those. Alright, that's the end of Fashion Yapping Part 1. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.